Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all safe. So today I am going to continue with my same lesson, that is economics, natural resources. And my today's topic is conservation of resources. So what are our resources? Our resources are air, water, soil. So whatever we see in the nature, those all are our resources. We need to conserve them. Conserve means what? We need to protect them. So let me give the introduction. So first, that is the rapid increase in resources use and their degradation result in serious problems to the mankind. So what are we doing? So whatever the things we are using them, we are polluting them, and it may not get we may not get pure water to drink. Why? Because we are polluting the water by dumping the waste into the water and all. And clean air to breathe. Why? Because through vehicles we are polluting the air. Many resources may be exhausted. The biodiversities, even the plants and animals also are dying and may decline, may end, and the earth itself may become a waste dump. Even the earth, what it will happen, it will become a dumping yard. So in future. And conservation of natural resources means what? Protecting our natural resources means not to waste them but use them judicially, not limitlessly but limitly, so that there is a balance between nature and our use of natural resources. So conservation of resources is the responsibility of all of us. How can we do it? You can do it by adopting the 4 R's, that is reduce, reuse, recharge or regenerate and research. So let us understand in short the increase of these options. So first let me start with the reduce. Reduce refers to minimize the use of resources, their wastage, or trying to use less amount of any resources, like for example like air pollution. So better what to do, we have to reduce using the vehicles. So if we reduce using the vehicles, we can stop the air pollution, and better to take the public transportation. The next one is reuse. So every resources has not only alternative use, but we can used multiple times. And the next is recharge or regenerate. The refers to taking steps to allow the resources to grow through consign human efforts, like for example saving the rainwater harvesting and afforestation. When we deforest the land and when we cut the land, but better again we can plant. So that is called as an afforestation. That is called recharge and regenerate. Recharge means what? The water we can what we saving the rainwater, that we can recharge, we can wet the ground by you using it. And regenerate is nothing but growing the plants. And research is nothing but we researching the to find the renewable alternative for non renewable things. For example, like instead of using the thermal energy and all, we can use the solar and the wind power energy for the sake of the electricity. So these are the 4 R's, that is reduce, reuse, recharge or regenerate and research. And some things can we can do to conserve the resources, that is to protect our resources, that is purchase less stuff. So which are the things is very useful needed things, only you can purchase only those items. And reduce excess packaging. Like for example, like instead of getting the packed drinking water, use the drinking water from the tap instead of buying the plastic bottles and all. And recycle materials like metal cans, old cell phones, and the plastic bottles that we can be recycled and we can use again. And purchase products made from recycled materials, for example like papers, glass bottles, and jars, steel and aluminum, cans, plastic, metals. So these are all things can be purchased, that is recycled ones. And keep air and water clean by not polluting the environment, not dumping into the water the waste things, and not reduce the use of the vehicle, so that we there will be reduced the air pollution and all. And plant new trees to replace ones that we have cut down. So the whatever the trees have been cut, we can plant new trees. And drive lesser, take public transportation, bicycle or a walk instead of driving your own vehicle and we are polluting the air. We can take the public transportation by buses and all, auto rickshaws and all, or you can take the bicycle is better, it is like an exercise it will be, as well as we can reduce polluting our air. And walk also, it is good for health. And conserve energy at home. How can we conserve, how can we conserve the energy is nothing but a power at home, like a turning off lights, fans and all when it is not in use, so not when not needed. So these are all things we can do to conserve the resources and all. So those are the reuse, reduce, reuse, recharge, regenerate, recharge or regenerate, or research. So these are all things we can do to conserve our resources. And the next one, reducing our ecological footprint. Reducing our ecological footprint is nothing but what we are doing nowadays. The forest lands areas we are cutting and we are using for the agriculture lands, and agriculture lands we are using for the residential areas, commercial buildings and all, industries and all. So like that what we are doing, we are polluting our own earth, and dumping the waste in the waste on the lands and all, polluting the air, water and all. So these are the ecological footprints and all. So we have to reduce it. How to reduce our ecological footprints? That is, this means that the earth, people needed 18 billion hectares of productive land in order to provide each and every person with the resources they require to support their lifestyle and to absorb the water they produce. So what we are doing, our available hectares land on the earth is 18 billion hectares of productive land, means land what we are producing, what we are producing the food and all. With only 12 billion global hectare available, it means that in 2010 people used about 50% more natural resources. So whatever it may be, the minerals, it may be the air, water, whatever things, the everything, it is only 50%, and could regenerate again, could return again, and could restore again. So whatever the used things are, that is only the half planet. If we continue using in same way we have lived until now, we will exit the earth's power generation. And in a few decades means in a few centuries time, we will need 5 planets earths in order to survive. So what we are doing, we are limitlessly we are using the whatever the resources we are getting from the earth. And earlier in 2010 people used only 50% of our resources, and it used to regenerate, restore whatever the used things and all. And if we use limitlessly like this only, another 5 earth planets we need to survive on this earth. Why? Because the population also is becoming more, and the production also is becoming more. We are cutting the forest lands and all. We are utilizing that lands for agriculture. Agriculture lands, what we are doing, we are constructing the residential buildings and all, commercial buildings and all. We are setting up the industries and all. For these purpose and all we are using. So when the population will become more land required and more food is required, and the whole planet will be filled with the people, industries and all, and it will become, and with that we are producing more waste on the earth. So our earth one day it will become a dumping yard, waste dump yard it will become, and another 5 planets we require to survive on this earth. However, that is not possible. So what can we do? Thus, it gives a clear message to change the way we live and consume resources. Need to consume the resources, but not limitlessly, but limitly. And now see, each one of us has ecological footprint and contribute to the enlarging of total footprint. So what we are using the land for crop lands and all, grazing lands and all, fishing grounds and all, building up lands, and for the industrial purpose and all. So these are called as an ecological footprints. Therefore, if the size of the ecological footprint is to be reduced, we have to make the beginning individually. We have to start from ourselves. Unless we start being aware of our own ecological footprint and do something about it, we cannot accept someone else to do that, someone else to start it. So the most important thing is to raise awareness about the issues, starting from the ourselves and spreading the information to our closest, nearest, dearest ones. We will have to we have we are the beginner, and we have to influence the people, the use of the resources less. So on them, then among anyone, that has to be done. And the news, we have to, and we have to recycle, we have to use the things multiple times and all. And and tell our family, we have to influence them. We have to we have to give information regarding this. We have to create awareness regarding the recycling the things and all. And you can start with your family. If why you are doing that, they will start recycling too, and spread the news to their neighbors also. First start with us, spread it, give awareness to your family, and your family members give awareness to the neighbors. And like this, a small and simple step begun with the with that we can make a big difference. And the contribution of reducing the ecological footprint, we can contribute a lot in reducing the ecological footprints. So students, what I'm wants to tell you all through this lesson is, so whatever we are getting through the nature, so we need to conserve them, we need to protect them, we shouldn't spoil them, we shouldn't pollute them. So this is the thing. First, the awareness is to create from ourselves, spread to your family, spread to your neighborhood. So slowly we can spread to the whole world, but the steps should be taken by oneself. So this is the lesson. So I hope so you all understanding the lesson. So tomorrow again I'm going to continue with my same lesson. Hope you all understanding my explanation. Thank you, students.